Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello dear friends, welcome to this first lecture of Module 5 on Engineering Geology of Dams and Forces Acting on Dam. In our previous discussion, we have developed basic platform concerned to different types of rocks, rock strata and geoground, stress, strain, deformation, strength, physical and mechanical attributes of geomaterial, effect of water and construction material, etc. in brief and in detail, except mechanical aspects of soil, which we will discuss time to time in our future discussion along with various engineering structures. Now we are competent enough to understand various aspects of engineering structures in the realm of engineering geology. Therefore, in these lectures, we will initially discuss about some preliminary aspect and detail aspect. Today, we are going to discuss about dams and their types. In these lectures, we are going to elaborate about concept and classification of dams. For this, we are going to cover about general description of dams, definition of dam, elements of dam project, parameters for categorization of dams, and classification, details of some type of dams. Friends, as you know, dams are the barrier to check the flow of material. The dam projects are important for any country due to its significant contribution in economy, prosperity and progress of any nation. Harnessing water resources of country is the main aim of constructing dam. Therefore, the dam projects become popular throughout the world for various purposes like irrigation, like water supply, like fisheries, etc. etc. Therefore, dam projects are very important for any country throughout the world. A number of countries, or almost every country, has developed some dam project for generation of electricity or providing water to the communities, etc. For example, we have number of examples throughout the globe, such as Bhakra Nangal Dam, Srisailam, Pong, Idukki and Chamera Dam, etc. in India, famous dam, Abhay Dam, Three Gorge Dam project in China, Kurube Dam in Japan, Kariba Dam in Zimbabwe, Africa, Hoover Dam, Alpine Dam, Marcelo Dam in USA, some of famous dam projects. Besides these, number of dam projects are available in any country of the world. India is also rich in dam projects. If we are going to see dam in general, then we can explain the dam in view of nature of structure or feature of structure, then location, then work, then purpose and then effect. In generalized form, if we are going to see, this is a solid barrier. this cartoon representing this portion representing about structure, solid barrier. Solid barrier located at particular location across this material in 3D you can extend in this way, across this material. To what is the work? To check the flow of material. And what is the purpose? For impoundment of such materials. To what is the effect? To change the physical, geomorphological, geological, hydrological and looking features, topographical of area. Here why we are utilizing this material? As per generalized definition, we can say that a dam is a solid barrier constructed or developed or located across a flowing material to check the flow of material for impoundment of material or for storage of material. Due to this, there is a change in geological, geomorphological, hydrological and topographical features of area. For example, tailing dam from mine area or for industrial area, we are going to put waste material released from mines and then try to protect, try to store waste material, avoid unscientific distribution of material to damage many area or large area. Then also we are going to construct this type of barrier. This type of barrier is also known as dam. Dam is going to impound or store this, are not going to allow further distribution of this material liberated from these mines or industry or any domestic waste, etc. So in general, the dam is a solid barrier to store material by checking the flow of material and constructed across. So in very simple way, you can explain the definition of dam in generalized way in very easy and simple way. About first we are going to concentrate about this point about structure. So dam is a solid barrier located across a flowing material or the material under dynamic state. For what? To check the flow of material, and as a result what happens? To store the material properly. And if any ground, here a ground have stored material, then there is a change in geomorphological aspect, geological aspect, because this storage material going to affect many component of earth, many processes involved for modifications, some leaching, some distributions and other, some development inside this stored material, etc. So change in geomorphological, geological, hydrological and topographical features of area. The same concept we are going to utilize for water. If we are going to treat this as water, then same thing, solid barrier constructed across a flowing water to check the flow of water for impoundment of water and change in hydrological regime of area. If we are going to look this dam, then we can say that the dam may be made up of natural agency may be made up of man-made or anthropogenic. Therefore, in next step of generalization, we cannot say the dam is made up of man, or the dam is created by man only. The nature also, number of places you can see the formation of dam, particularly in hilly region, in Sikkim area. The Sikkim area is prone to such type of temporary dam formation during rainy season. Time to time, some block of rocks going to block the flow of water temporarily, which may be dangerous for the low gradient area, low lying area toward the downstream side. Maybe the naturally created dam become problem in future for the nearby area. So natural dam is also same. Check the flow of water for impoundment of water and change the hydrological regime of area. Now we are going to concentrate about our main target and main aspect concerned to our course. These are the generalized aspect. Here in same aspect we are going to apply the same formula to elaborate these components for defining a dam. So a dam, here we are going to define, dam is a solid hydraulic, you can add water retention. Dam is a solid hydraulic water retention or water retaining, it is good to use retaining. Water retaining engineering structure of impervious material constructed or developed across a flowing water to check the flow of water for impoundment of water behind the constructed structure. And as a result, what happens? Change the hydrological regime of the area. For example, Tehri Dam, Rehand Dam, Kariba Dam and many dams throughout the world. In case of Tehri Dam, earlier the area of Tehri having some fort and some varieties of tall buildings and others, lot of vegetations and others, but after creation of this Tehri Dam, after construction of Tehri Dam, the major area was submerged underwater and new features come. It means there is a change in hydrological regime of area. The water realm changes after construction of dam because this dam is going to create a huge lake behind this structure. Suppose this is the dam, so this is a great lake or huge lake behind this structure as a result of impoundment of water. So now I think that again I try to explain this definition for an easy understanding. Dam is a solid hydraulic water retaining engineering structure of impervious material constructed across a flowing water to check the flow of water for impoundment of water behind the constructed engineering structure and change the hydrological regime of area. For example, Tehri Dam located in Uttarakhand, India, Rehand Dam located in central India, Kariba Dam located in Zimbabwe, Africa. In summary, we can say that a dam is built across a river to create a reservoir on its upstream side for impounding water for various purposes. So keeping this purpose, we are going to utilize one of the point as a purpose or intended purpose for classification of dam. Again I try to recall, this dam is a solid barrier structure developed across a flowing material to check the flow of material in general for their proper impoundment and change in geological, morphological, hydrological, geotechnical regime of the area as generalized. Then if we are considering the material as a water, then dam is a solid barrier structure developed across a flowing water to check the flow of water for impoundment of water behind developed barrier and change the hydrological regime of the area with respect to water realm or water catchment area. In engineering structures, it is a very excellent type of example. Dam is a solid hydraulic water retaining engineering structures, particularly of impervious material across a flowing water to check the flow of water for impoundment of water behind the constructed structure and change the hydrological regime of the. It means, in very limited words, we can say that it is a barrier used to store the water. Next point, we are going to discuss about the elements of dam. Here I have developed this concept in view of this cartoon. You can see this is the section of dam. Dam is actually in this way, 3D. Here we are going to check this section. This section is like this. This structure is a solid in nature as per definition, going to check the flow of water from this zone and going to add the check of flow resulting in impoundment of water. Here you can see earlier, here may be river of limited width and extension, limited features. Now we are having here huge lake. If we are going to see this whole structure, we can recognize as a dam structure. The water stored behind in form of large lake, we can recognize as a reservoir. The reservoir is located in direction which we are going to recognize as upstream, and the water present in upstream area, stored upstream area, we are going to recognize as headwater region. Opposite to this, in downstream, the downside of this dam, this side is known as downstream, and the water stored in this zone is recognized as tailwater. The tailwater accumulated due to release of water through spillway or some openings. The water present in this zone is recognized as tailwater. The top portion of this structure is known as crest, and the bottom portion of this structure is known as foundation or base. These two horn type of solid structure, these walls, is recognized as parapet. This parapet is going to facilitate as safety for the movement of the vehicles on the top of the crest, and pedestrian for movement of the peoples and others, and it is also some ornamental view of the dam, so improve the ornamental look of the dam. The distance from this surface of the water up to crest is known as freeboard. The part of the dam at bottom side which are going to make contact with the headwater is recognized as heel, and opposite to this contact in downstream side with respect to this foundation strata, and this structure is recognized as toe. The opening for release of water from this reservoir side is recognized as spillway. Here we have some gate. Number of gates are single gate, recognized as spillway, and spillway allow the water from upstream side to the downstream side, or from headwater region to tailwater region. So here the water present in tailwater due to release through spillway, or we have another type of also a narrow type of opening close to the bottom of this dam is recognized as sluice gate. Sluice gate is also providing some water to the tailwater region, time to time allowed to. Beside this we have one opening here, long narrow opening. This long narrow opening is recognized as gallery, and this gallery is utilized for multi-purpose, for movement of man, for movement of the officers and technical persons, for grouting, for installation of instrument, for checking the normal function of dam, etc. In addition to this, this gallery is also important to reduce the, we will discuss in our future discussions, to reduce the upthrust or upward acting force due to seepage of water and other nearby this foundation, and this is also one of the principal use of gallery. Below this foundation we are having ground, maybe belonging to soft ground, maybe belonging to hard ground, crystalline ground, bedded ground, foliated ground and others. You have good concept. Beside this, if we are going to see lateral extension, here I have shown you this earlier. So now you can concentrate on this aspect. This is the dam structure. This is the upstream side. You can see this cartoon is showing upstream side, and this water body is due to release of water from spillway. The left side of this dam is recognized as left abutment, and the right side of this dam is recognized as right abutment. This left abutment and right abutments are going to protect the dam project, are going to protect the dam structure from different stability points of view. In this way, we are going to analyze the major elements of dam. For theory, you can see one by one. The reservoir, formation of artificial lake in upstream side of dam due to blocking of the flow of river water is called as reservoir. Second, abutment, located left abutment, right abutment. Parts of two sides of the valley of a dam is called as abutment. Abutment provide protection against the slide of the soil or slide of the weathered or weak mat or rock. Crest is the top part of the dam. Parapet is a solid elevated edge wall constructed along the top and crest of the dam. It is considered as parapet, and it is used for the ornamentation for safety of vehicles and as pedestrian to prevent overtoppling caused by wave approach. So this parapet is also very important elements of dam. In addition to this, hill, the upstream end of the dam where it encounters the foundation is called as hill. Opposite to this downstream part of contact with the base is called as toe. Next terminology, headwater, the high reach of the water flow at upstream side, particularly in reservoir, is recognized as headwater. Opposite to this, the accumulation of water toward the downstream after the dam is recognized as tailwater. Freeboard is the distance between the maximum level of water present in upstream side or headwater region from the crest. The gallery is these are the inspection gallery are transverse or longitudinal within the dam, and this long open space is created inside the dam for proper inspection, for grouting, for repair, for maintenance, and reducing the upward acting force. So these we have already discussed. The elements for dam are the elements of dam to describe different parts of the dam project. Now it is important to classify different type of dams. As per definition, it is utilized for multi-purpose or for mono-purpose. Various purposes we have already briefly explained. If we are going to categorize dam, then it is easy to utilize certain parameters for classification. Like in first, intended purpose, material used, design and function, then application are used. In view of these parameters, we are going to categorize different type of dam. First, we are going to elaborate about intended purpose. Intended purpose, it is mainly based on objective. So, for what objective the dam project was constructed or project will constructed in future? Irrigation project, irrigation dam, hydropower dam, water supply dam, flood control dam, navigation dam, fishing or fishery and recreation dam, wildlife water supply dam, etc. The name is self-explanatory. If the dam project is utilized for irrigation purpose, agricultural feed, then it is known as irrigation dam. If it is recognized for generation of hydroelectric or electricity, then it is recognized as hydropower dam. If it is this dam project is devoted for the water supply to the communities or industry, it is a water supply dam. If the water supply is available to the wildlife, then we can say the wildlife water supply dam. If it is utilized for the flood control, then flood control dam. If utilized for the navigation, the reservoir for navigation, it is a navigation dam. For fishery culture and recreational activity, then it is called as fishery and recreational dam. Then wildlife water supply dam. The dam may be of single purpose, may be of multiple purpose. Maybe only for the irrigation, maybe going to supply the feed, are they going to support irrigation, generation of hydropower also, flood control also, then it is the more than one objective and recognized as multi-purpose. So either it is going to feed a single objective, so monopurpose dam project. And if we are going to satisfy number of purposes, number of objective, then multi-purpose dam project. Further here we are going to utilize or classify our dam based on another parameter, material used for construction of dam. Material used, as we know, the dam or dams are constructed by using varieties of materials such as concrete, such as steel, such as masonry, such as timber, such as plastic, etc. But the major type of material used for construction of dam, the timber, then timber dam, masonry, then masonry dam, concrete, then concrete dam, if soil, then earth dam, if rock fill, rock and some binder, then rock fill. In addition to this, we have steel dam, we have plastic dam, but limited in number and life also. But in world we have this type of dam also. So these all the division based on material used for construction of dam. Now we are going to elaborate one by one but limited type of dams. Here timber dam first we are going to elaborate. Timber dam is a very nice type of dam, and this dam is made up of wooden logs and planks. The dam made up of wooden logs or plank is known as timber dam. This kind of dam are used to check the flow of water and formation of localized pool. It means accumulation of water body. On another side, this type of dam is also utilized to check or reduce the velocity of flow of water to avoid additional impact on main dam. So this type of timber dam also utilized as a subsidiary dam or supporting dam. This kind of dam was popular in our past, but now due to investigation of more suitable and strong material, the people have started denying to construct the timber dam, but still we are practicing timber dam in some of countries. Some part of the country here, particularly the villages in Orissa and some other state also, is still using such kind of dam for localized irrigation purpose. Here you can see view of this. Here the number of flanks and logs of the timbers arranged in systematic way along with some earth materials and others, some soil, some bitumens and others, to create a solid barrier which can able to check the flow of water as per definition and store the water behind this structure. Another aspect here I try to explain about in which condition this type of dam is suitable to construct. So this type of dam is suitable to construct in any location. Then what is the benefit? Major benefit of this is cheap in nature and simple in design. Even unskilled person can create this type of dam for localized purpose. And what is the drawback? So drawback is concerned to the life of dam due to deterioration caused by interaction of water and other biogenic components, biogenic features responsible for reduced life of such dam. Another type of dam, we have very nice type of dam, masonry dam, and masonry we have already discussed. The stone utilized or dressed stone utilized for construction purpose is recognized as masonry. So this whole structure is made up of masonry dressed block. The dam is made up of masonry, and masonry is dressed, is a big dressed and undressed. Dressed also we are utilizing undressed block of rock, including nearby river boulder, cemented together by concrete or binder, suitable binder. The non-porous rocks selected for construction of masonry dam is found more suitable to solve the purpose to make the structure watertight. The dam is constructed by using masonry and concrete to provide a watertight body. This body is a watertight body constructed with help of the boulders recovered from this river valley or particular river valley where we are going to construct such type of dam. This use of this wall type of structure is going to create solid barrier which are going to impound water here behind this, create great lake, and the similar feature here, opening is spillway, same as in all other cases, and this is the tailwater. Here this type of dam is having some support as a dissipator of this impact of the water, so going to reduce the harmful effect on this dam. This type of dam required firm rock strata which can bear the load of masonry, because masonry is made up of rock, is a piece of rock, so use of masonry and concrete create lot of load in form of this solid structure, and the solid structure requires some firm rock strata to bear the load of this structure. In which condition this type of dam we are going to recommend? So the ground made up of firm rock strata may be belonging to massive, bedded or layered ground having some sound strength, durability and compactness, recommended for construction of such type of dam. Another recommendation is regarding the valley side. The valley should be narrow so that the cost of the project can be minimized. We have good example in India. You can see one figure here I have taken from this source. This is a masonry barrier and this is the downstream, this is the upstream. We have good example 139 meter high Sri Salem Dam in AP. Good example of masonry dam. Other dam also, Nagarjuna Sagar Dam and others. But this is a 139 meter high Sri Salem Dam in AP, India. It's a good example. Friends, rest type of dam we will discuss in our next class. This material I have modified from the concept given by Gangopadhyay S. in his Engineering Geology, published through Oxford University publication. Then Engineering Geology book written by Bell F.G. in 2007. Then Kashavelu textbook of Engineering Geology as a partial support. And then Waltham 2018 Foundation of Engineering Geology utilized as a partial support. In conclusion, we can say that dam is a hydraulic water retention structure constructed across a river to store the water for mono or multi-purpose. The dams are classified on the basis of intended purpose, material use, design and function, and applications are used. The timber dam is a cheapest dam and simple in nature, simple in design and use, utilized for some localized purpose. However, masonry dam is a heavy dam recommended for firm rock ground and utilized for storage of water as concrete and others. The cost of the masonry dam in comparison to timber dam is more, and the major drawback is deterioration of some masonry dam due to water rock interaction. Dear friends, in this class we have discussed about definition of dam, elements of dam and parameter used for classification of dam. In addition to this, we have elaborated some type of dam as timber dam and masonry dam in detail, touching various aspects of this timber dam and masonry dam. Rest kinds of dams we will discuss in our next class. Thank you.